Hmm.
So let me post the music here.
Oh, Torpo has a new picture.
I don't see the pictures because I have those set to not be shown.
You might want to see the picture.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me.
This is pretty good.
Let me get the music properly set up so that way it doesn't.
Paradigm's a really good game.
I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it.
It's an adventure game.
I like adventure games. Well, mainly I like Monkey Island, but you know. I know Bobbin likes adventure games.
That's very good.
Secretary Knight's really good.
All right, well, we're all ready. Last time, you guys made a detour to Storall, enabled by sending out your second ship, along with Harvey, to go scout out the Storall belt. He had discovered that one of the many smuggling communities in the belt had located a flag early and was looking to find some buyers for it. Now, the only buyers who could actually front a decent amount of money were the Skro and the Imperial Elves, neither of which were you. And so you decided instead to work together with the rather over-the-top pirates in order to steal the flag out from under the smugglers. Everything went according to as much of a plan as you had, up until it came time for the double cross, when it turned out that you were both double crossed by someone who was playing an entirely different game with his other hand.
Could only that one.
4-dimensional chess.
Ah, I see.
I don't think Orcus is smart enough for 4-dimensional chess.
I don't know. Orcus is pretty conniving.
Orcus died and got better. So he's been around the block.
He's got a leg up on most people.
And yeah, it turns out that Orcus is aware of your mission, and through most likely his agent, the Lich, Doracus the Ancient, he set 2 Glabrezu and a Balor to guard the flag. A set of demons who murdered the captain's secondary ship crew when they tried to claim the flag ahead of you guys. But fortunately, you managed to get rid of them instead and claim the flag, bringing you a little bit closer to the finish line of this race.
Yeah.
Woo.
You have used teleportation. You have used teleportation twice. First to get back to Mynth, to the, what's his name? The dwarf's, Ulgaroth's hideout, to drop off the flag. Spent the night there with him. And once Aurelia got her 7th level slot back, you teleported out to your ship, which by this point was still on its way towards the Storall belt. Now, as it turns out, you no longer have any need to search the area on your way through, and so you aim directly for the moving star that is Kethlo off in the distance. The planet which is furthest out from the sun, and the closest of any solar system, and the crystal sphere that marks the barrier between wild space, and the phlogiston. So, any sort of preparations you want to make along the way?
I mean, just casting scrying to see where the flag on Kethloth is. Kethloth.
Sure. There's no need to wait until you get near for that spell to work. And so what you see as you stare into the crystal ball that is the focus of the spell is darkness. Complete pitch black darkness. And it takes you a moment for your eyes to adjust and for dark vision to kick in, and for you to see that the flag has been firmly wedged into the sides of a long and narrow stone shaft. It's a bit hard to tell from the context whether it's vertical or horizontal, but as you wait for a minute, the sensor backs up just a bit, zooms out in a sense, and so you get a bit more context as to where the flag is. It's still completely dark, hard to see anything, even with dark vision, but you now see the framework of a well over the stone shaft. A bucket placed on the ground next to it. Grass beneath and to the sides. And yet it is still extremely dark. A darker outside view than any other you've seen. And as you stare at the flag for a bit longer, looking for any sort of context clues or any sort of symbols or indications of where exactly this location is, you eventually see a leg just sort of step into and out of frame, something walking past. And even with dark vision, you can't make out what it is. The leg just sort of looks like it's a source of darkness.
Okay, but is it
No.
a sexy leg?
I
Would you describe it as a gam?
I was going to ask that in a less stupid way. Is it a humanoid leg, or is it like insectoid, or...
It's hard to tell. You can't make out any features because it just eats up even the little amount of light that your eyes need to see in the dark.
Okay, well, if we're dealing with nightmare creatures, got it. Not like we haven't
Yeah,
dealt with
sounds
those before.
like. Well, I mean, I was going to do this anyway, but this sounds like an especially good reason to speak to our two guides.
All right. Which one did you want to speak with first? Or if you meet them together, which one would you like to speak up first?
I'd like to hear. God, I forget her name.
Relosa.
Relosa. Yeah, sorry. I'll hear what she has to say first, and then I'll get maybe a slightly better explanation from Perry, if he knows about it. But a more I shouldn't say better, more academic explanation, perhaps.
Oh yeah. Well, that big planet out there, Kethlo, it's it's really big, and there's a lot of islands on it. Perhaps what she's trying to say is that Kethlo is, well, the previous gas giant that we encountered had atmosphere that is poisonous to life. Kethlo is the opposite. The atmosphere throughout the gas giant is actually quite breathable. And there are many islands floating through the gas on several distinct layers that, well, from what anyone has recorded so far, there appears to be no sort of intelligent life forms that live on the planet, are native to the planet. And so the islands, if you can find one that looks to be in good condition, you can lay claim to it, exploit it however you wish, all that wonderful stuff.
I see. Does it have moons?
Yes, a few moons, some more habitable than others, but if you're describing darkness, then I imagine it would most likely be one of the islands within the planet itself.
I see.
As I said, there are several distinct layers that the islands float in, although it is known down on occasion. They usually don't, but sometimes they do. And
Okay.
if they sink too deep into the atmosphere, then there are so many layers of clouds, of rain, and other things to obscure the sunlight, which that far out is rather pale in the first place.
Right. Interesting. All right. So, you're saying we might be running into a hitherto unknown species?
Well, I suppose that's a possibility, and there are sailors' tales of going too deep into the atmosphere of Kethlo and finding things that were never meant to see the light of day.
Oh, we deal with
Okay,
those all
cool.
the
So we
time.
got some spooky Cthulhu bullshit on the way. That's
I
good.
can't wait to meet exotic creatures and then kill them.
I mean, we killed an aboleth really early into our adventures.
You killed an aboleth.
Well, and me also. We,
Two
as
of
in
you.
two of the people who are here.
Three
And
of-
Grenache.
technically 3 of the people, but Grenache is
Yeah.
kind of staring off into space again.
Grenache is meditating.
Be rebooted.
We call it meditation. It's fine. Contemplating his place in the universe.
Looks a lot like sleeping.
Looks like a 1,000-yard stare, actually.
Well, in any event, it seems like it might be quite risky to find this island. Plus, it won't exactly be easy to find. You
Cut out.
Cut out. Oh no.
did I?
Ooh,
Yes.
Heaven, bobbin, top
You
problems.
something, and then you cut out there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes.
All right. Where was I?
You.
And then you just cut off.
You got a bit of the scale of a gas giant when we came close to Pelth, but I believe it needs reiterating that some of the islands are on the scale of continents, and some of the islands have the same amount of surface area as your entire home planet. And
Okay, so like
including
it's
the
big.
oceans. And that does include the oceans.
Okay, so you're saying it's large. It's a large place.
Big
All right.
place. Got
And
it.
the islands come in many layers. So even with a 1,000-mile radius, locate object it could take weeks.
Huh.
But we don't have weeks.
We might have weeks if it's as hard for everyone else as it is for us.
Well, you only just saw the one flag. You could concentrate on another one.
I was actually going to ask sort of a meta question about that, because I was kind of thinking, like, has Bobbin prepared separate encounters for all 5 or 6 flags or whatever it is?
Yeah, let's try finding another flag.
Oh, you don't want the mystery box?
No, I'd rather not the mystery box, honestly.
But it's the mystery box. Who knows
I
what
will
it could
say that
hold?
if there are multiple flags that all seem to be in the atmosphere, that would, increase the hit rate for if we're just messing around down there.
Yeah.
Who
using
knows what's in the
locate
mystery
object.
box?
And there are 6 flags per orbit. 6 flags on Kithla.
That's a thing, right? Okay.
I'm laughing because Six Flags is the name of an amusement park.
Yeah, I thought it was. I've heard of it. We don't have those here, but
Yeah. Anyway,
I've been to one.
I've been
so
It's okay.
you only need to use one of your regular warlock spell slots in order to cast scrying. So you just sort of turn away, get started on the spell again, cast it all over again. This time concentrating on a new flag, a new location, and then you see darkness resolving into a flag wedged into a well with something dark and inhuman wandering around it.
Oh boy. They really want us to find the one flag, guys.
And as you try and will the spell to a new target, instead of seeing a new flag, you see the image of a goat's skull. A goat with 2 large but broken horns. And in the pits of their eye sockets, you see burning yellow dots.
Oh, guys.
And you hear a voice.
Orcus is fucking with us.
You hear a voice going. And then the spell abruptly ends before its duration would have.
He's just mad because we killed his Baylor. So guys, Orcus is really keen on us going to this one flag, so...
What a dick.
Yeah, kinda sucks, actually.
Just makes me want to beat the shit out of I actually want to talk to the Lich more.
I'm pretty sure you pissing off the Lich is what's getting us all this Orcus power.
Okay, I just wanted to have a conversation with the Lich, alright? Is it still wrong for me to be curious?
Yes.
So, what was that about Orcus?
Well, I tried looking at another flag location, and when I did that, I saw a goat skull with 2 broken horns and glowing yellow eyes, and it just sort of laughed menacingly. So...
So, if that's Orcus, then what did you guys do to piss him off?
well, we killed his Baylor, for one.
Yeah, but that came after.
That did come in.
I talked with the Lich.
That probably didn't make him any happier. Gonna
I
be
had
honest.
a conversation with the Lich.
I don't think a conversation with a Lich would get you the Prince of Undeath on your backs.
We also do want to help Demogorgon.
I'm sorry, I'm familiar with these names, but I have no context for any of this.
Demon lords. Like
big nasty demons.
Big wigs control an entire layer of the abyss.
Oh my. You didn't exactly mention that when I was signing up for this expedition?
In our defense, we didn't think it would be relevant at the time.
Yeah. I didn't think Orcus would, directly interfere with our ability to do this.
So, egg on our face. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I see.
I mean, we'll do our best to keep you out of harm's way at the very least.
I mean,
so.
look, I feel like we should say to Perry, if he wants to back out,
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
then,
understand.
That's fine. I could teleport him back somewhere safer if he's afraid.
Yeah, if you want out, then by all means, we won't keep you here.
Well,
But just no, we will protect you to the best of our abilities.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna just let anybody come after you and try and do horrible stuff to you. I will do my damnedest to keep you safe, man. Don't worry.
I see. Well, would it be all right if I were to ask for additional hazard pay?
I don't see why not. Sure.
Nobody would blame you.
Very well, and sounds as if you had quite the excursion in the other ship,
We
which I
did
must
kill a
admit,
Baylor.
I am not sorry to have missed.
You wouldn't want to meet a Baylor anyway.
No. They're
Yes, I'm imagining that.
I did fuck up Grenache pretty good though.
Yeah.
Well,
That was pretty funny.
If it's all right with you, I will be staying for the most part inside the ship. In particular, once we approach the flag in question.
That's fine, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll let you know if anything fun happens.
Do whatever you need to feel safe.
I'm grateful.
We weren't expecting you to fight anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe I made that clear before, but, well, when it comes to actual demons on the prime material plane, I feel it's worth being particularly cautious.
Yeah, we're not known for caution, unfortunately.
Yeah, we kind of, like, the opposite of caution.
Well, I knew the stakes were going to be high when I decided to come aboard a racing vessel of this particular race. It's not uncommon for these ships to attempt to destroy one another.
God, I want to bug the Lich more now.
I may need some time to wrap my head around this, but
That's fine.
That's fine.
aside from that, I don't believe I plan on leaving immediately.
And you know what? If you ever change your mind, let us know. We will take you someplace safe.
Yes. Stated that already. Much appreciated. I will be in my quarters.
Want to mess with the Lich more.
And yeah, it's kind of hard to tell when a guy with that thick of a skin just goes pale, but you figure that's probably what just happened with him.
I mean, it's not something a normal person would be fine with, so yeah.
Yeah. Listen, if my employer told me that I was working for a demon lord, I personally would not be surprised because I work for Walmart. But most circumstances.
I mean, to be fair, it's less that we're working for a demon lord, and it's more that we made an enemy of a demon lord. That's kind of the problem. Kind of just fucking pissing his Wheaties, who just it's a good day. Once again, it just makes me want to mess with the Lich more.
No. Go.
Look, I'm just saying, there's something to be said for making someone's unlife miserable.
Let's just go to this awful, awful flag that Orcus wants us to go, because it's obviously the most dangerous, out of the way one, and he wants us to fucking lose because he wants us to win and ask how can
That's
he
what I mean.
destroy all life in the
I just want to make the Lich miserable.
And Relosa, for her part, has been just sitting listening to this conversation, and after Perry gets up and leaves, she just sort of shrugs, looks back at you, and says, well, this wouldn't be the first time that demons were actively involved in the race. And this isn't the first lich either.
No, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying, like...
So, as far as I'm concerned, I already told you I didn't want to fight, and
Yeah.
I knew that something like this would very likely happen. So, I'm fine.
Cool.
Don't worry about me.
I just want to make the Lich miserable.
Well, if he's smart, he probably has his phylactery in a completely different sphere.
I mean, that's fine.
Like,
I don't
plane
need to
of
kill him to
existence.
make him miserable. That's all
Well,
I'm saying.
he'll probably have the same idea, doing the same thing to you. So, I'd suggest concentrating on making his life short and miserable, if it ever comes to blows.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, yeah, like,
Uh,
I will 100% shove several Eldritch Spears up his ribcage.
I've never been known for liking the undead, and I'm not going to start now.
Oh, have you run into them before?
A lot.
We once killed...
We killed two vampires.
Yeah, we killed 2 vampires.
Really pissed off a third one, but that was funny.
That was pretty funny. What other undead have we do?
It's mostly vampires and their swarms of undead.
Yeah. Either way, it's...
We did knock a floating castle out of the sky, though. That was pretty good.
Up a couple.
It's true. We're good at making a mess, actually. Yeah, so it's fine. It's fine. Also, there was that whole mess with the worm that walks, too.
Still ongoing, technically.
Technically speaking, yeah, but at this point he's just biding his time. It really came to a head, and we handled that.
All right, well, if we're going to Kethlo, and you said that the island had grass on it, right?
Yeah.
Well, if it's dark enough that you couldn't see anything, it's probably so low that grass wouldn't grow there normally, which means it's probably an island that sank. So if we find some signs of civilization in the daylight areas, they might be able to tell us something about it.
Alright. Good.
Yeah, I will say there is a certain satisfaction to annoying Orcus as well. Like, I'm just saying, if someone's gonna live forever, you can at least make the day-to-day fucking shit.
And so you come to Kethlo, another gas giant. Not quite as big as Pelth, but far more alive with activity. The rings that surround the giant are smaller, narrower. The moons fewer in number. But as soon as you descend towards the surface, well, towards the atmosphere of the planet, you start to see other ships flying up and around throughout the atmosphere around you. Not too many ships, but they do appear to be the primary means of transportation on this planet. And after descending a bit further, you see the first of the many shattered islands stones flying through the atmosphere. Hard to say exactly what speed they're moving at. Mostly because your ship can move at incredible speeds even after entering the atmosphere. Unlike with a place like Mynth, for instance, your ship can continue to move at full spelljamming speed even as you dip into the atmosphere of this massive planet. Grenache uses locate object and concentrates on a simple, everyday object, something like a chair or a table. And by doing that, and by traveling through the atmosphere, you are eventually able to find a settlement. Although, actually, no, he doesn't use the spell for that. The extra range is only for the flags.
Yeah.
You keep your eyes peeled. That's what you do.
Okay.
And go on.
I mean, if you really want us to keep our eyes peeled, my perception literally can't be below 24. So.
Yeah.
Please don't literally peel your eyes. That's disgusting.
It just sounds uncomfortable.
Sounds like contact lenses.
Damn. Yeah, that's why I stick with glasses.
Bless you.
I love that it's only the first bit of the sneeze that gets caught, though. Perception, yeah, let's have fun. Fuck it.
Actually, technically, I should be rolling an advantage. So give me a second.
Oh, fucking Christ. Ugh.
Yeah, you guys can look at
There
shit.
we go.
I've got better things to do.
Now, if we're finished comparing eyeballs, let's see. Ah, there she is. So, the place that appears before you is a simple town, one that is, like the picture, surrounded by floating islands, some of which seem fairly static in relationship to the main islands, others of which seem to be flowing past, caught by a different breeze or current, perhaps. There are waterfalls, and then there are also massive layers of clouds above your heads, which explains where the water comes from. So, upon reaching the settlement, you spot several locations around the edges of the main island where you can safely dock your ship. No one comes out to greet you.
Well, let's go find a bar.
Let's investigate this town. See if actual
Let's go eat.
stumbled on some random ass dead civilization.
They could be recently dead, knowing who we're dealing with.
True.
Well, fortunately, the only thing dead about this community is its welcome wagon.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you enter the town, you see a bustling area. The majority of the people living here appear to be elves. Although they have light hair, much like the gray elves back home, but just at a quick glance, you don't see any sort of slaves marching around or being auctioned off or anything. You're not sure if they're related or what their connection to the other varieties of elves you've discovered so far.
Well, maybe we can find a way to ask about that isn't kind of weird. But until then, let's go play it cool. Is there a tavern or something like that?
Roll investigation.
I'm not very good at that.
Yeah, sure is a shame, ain't it?
I'm sure you'll be able to do it for me.
I was gonna look for a place to buy gifts, but food is also good, yeah.
This is for
That's actually
Grenache.
26.
Grenache got a 17, which is not bad for Grenache. Let me roll my own investigation. Okay, so 26 seems to be the winner.
The architecture is unfamiliar. The people here have customs you've never encountered before. Elves in general are not a group, are not a race that you've spent a lot of time with. And yet, despite all of these issues, you know exactly what a tavern looks like and point at it immediately. You then lead your group inside, hold up 5 fingers, and by the time you're seated at the outdoor garden area where alcohol is served, each of you has a drink of the local intoxicant in front of you.
The local flavor.
It's not particularly hard alcohol, so
I still get
Someone
drunk.
so you're just rolling dice for your own sake.
Yeah, it's just... Listen, I
Not
saw
bad.
I saw somebody do it, and then of course, if it's not particularly hard, then whatever.
No. It it tastes sweet. Like they've added some sort of fruit juice to it after the brewing process. That has a reasonably good fragrance to it as well. And it's about as hard as wine, but served basically straight out of the bottle instead of watered down, as is tradition back on Mynth. So, we have wet our whistles. And this is a nice vintage, I must say. But what do we do next?
We asked around to see if there's any news about a recent island scene.
Yes, we nonchalantly gather information. Which, as you know, I am a master at.
And I could just go hunt for chintzy crap.
I lean in to Lily and I go, how long you think it will be before she introduces herself by her full name?
Literally, before Lake finishes that sentence, Lily has already introduced herself to someone.
Damn it! It's not fun if you can't make a bet on it.
This server came around to ask how many rounds you'd be staying here in Elvish.
Mm-hmm.
As way of explaining, you introduce yourself with your
As a prelude to explaining, and then I go on to explain that we're we're new to Kethlo, and we wanted to know more about this this settlement, and if this server could perhaps tell us more, or tell us who we could speak to learn more about the settlement and the planet.
Oh, well, our community has been here since before the second Scrow War, which was a while back, a few hundred years at this point. Came here from a different sphere, as some of us were originally members of the Imperial Elven Navy. Others are family members who were brought here after they finished their service and decided to retire in a nice place.
I see. So, what is the economy here based on exactly?
Economy? Well, mostly we stick to ourselves, produce everything we need. The islands have a significant bounty, and there's little to no competition from other folks.
Oh.
So we're isolated for the most part.
I suppose that's fair enough. We had some questions about the geography of this planet, actually, which I realize may be a somewhat specialized subject. Is there anyone around here that we could ask about that?
Well, what do you need to know exactly? Like how gas giants work in general?
Well, the floating
history, other settlements.
Yeah, the floating islands, and for example, I've heard that they sort of, well, I mean, I can see that they move around, but that they can sink, and like, do you know when an island is going to sink? Is there a way of like finding them, like sunken ones? Like what happens if an island sinks? What if there are people on it?
Oh. Well, I suppose if you're looking for specialists, then we have a survey team on the island here. But I can just answer that last question. If an island sinks too deep, then everybody on it finds a new island. Sets up a new home there instead.
Oh.
There are always more islands.
So does that make sense?
Yeah, some people can be stubborn about this sort of thing, of course, but eventually it just becomes so deep that there's nothing else to do about it. If you don't get enough sunlight, then you don't get enough food.
Right, okay. So we're going to find this island, and there's going to be like one last holdout, the Centralia, Pennsylvania of islands.
Some islands sink quickly, others sink slowly. It's survey teams like the one I mentioned. It's sort of their job to find islands that are in a good position, have a good rate of rise or fall, don't have a lot of other islands that they're going to run into that could destroy them, that sort of thing.
Right, of course. Oh, that's quite interesting. We'll have to follow up with them. For now, though, one more round.
I'll go get that right away.
Thank you. I'll make sure to give them a very nice tip.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So once we finish that up, we should go find those survey people.
Ye-
Those surveyors, as I suppose they would be, because survey people is a weird turn of phrase. Yeah, all right. So let's find them and see if they can help us figure out what island sank recently.
All right. So, you head off to search for the survey team. You get a decent set of instructions just from one of the friendly elves wandering through the street. Meanwhile, Lily, unfortunately, this community is a little too isolated to just sell knickknacks.
Crap. God damn it.
I know, I'm sorry, we're touring the entire solar system. Can't even find a single knick-knack shop. Sucks.
I sailed to the furthest inhabited point in the solar system, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Yeah. However, elves are well known for their aesthetic sense and for their insistence on filling up the world around them with as much art and beauty as possible. And so, while you don't find any pointless knickknacks, what you do find is a set of expertly crafted tools that took a total of 10 years to put together.
Crap, it's tasteful.
Like ivory handles with sculptures cut into them that are both beautiful and give hints as to the meaning of the tool itself and fit perfectly into your hand.
I love them. These are mine now.
Okay, please
To my
buy them
children.
instead of stealing them.
I'm not going to steal them if I don't have to. There's no fun in fucking the fight.
I'm sorry. Since when have you not stolen things unless you had to?
Since it
I had
doesn't
them.
belong to a rich person.
I suppose that's fair.
It's not fun stealing if there's no fun in it. Like 5-finger discounts, just kind of eh.
Yeah, Lily got sick of that back during her time on the streets. Now she doesn't
And I have
steal-
money.
Now she doesn't steal stuff unless it's a proper heist.
Or it's funny.
Or someone deserves it, yeah.
If someone really deserves it, you carve a dick butt into their mirror.
But yes,
It's-
when I say tools, I do mean like basically any of the kits in the player's handbook, including thieves' tools.
Yeah, we'll say they're thieves' tools. I love them. I love my custom kit. They're beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And made out of a sturdy alloy that is extremely hard to break.
Can I buy a hat?
If you end up bending it, then all you need to do is hold it over a fire and it will automatically spring back to its original position,
I love these.
original shape.
Is this what love is like?
Aurelia
Yeah.
just looks at her. That's so sad.
You ever seen the
Sad,
face
actually.
of God, Aurelia? Because I have.
I think
Actually,
we
when you see the
all
tools
have.
yourself, you really can't help but admire their craftsmanship.
Technically, we've
Oh,
all
sure.
seen the face of God.
You've seen the face. Yeah, it's great.
Seen the face of several gods.
You've seen the face of something that transcends gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of faces, is what I'm saying.
All right. Are there any hats for sale?
There are.
Okay. I
But
would
once
like to buy
again,
a
it
hat.
is beauty with a purpose. And so
That's
what
fine.
you don't find any sort of hats that are meant for showing off or putting in the peacock feather or anything, but you do find hats that are like meant for working out in the field and shading your eyes and head, that are just perfectly symmetrical and made out of individually chosen reeds for just the perfect size and bending flexibility.
Hey, Silky, do you want a hat?
I think a helm suits me better.
I mean, yeah, but you don't have to wear it all the time. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna get a hat for myself.
Thank you for the thought. But I prefer my gifts to be things that can either keep me from being killed or kill other things.
Yeah, like these tools.
That is what I love about you. All
These
right.
tools. I love them.
Both of y'all. Just both.
So, meanwhile, while everyone else is having a shopping episode, Lake goes up to the survey team. And, yeah, basically it's just this sort of relatively simple shack out to one side of the main town, out on an empty field. No crops in this area. You believe that the ground has been cleared and leveled, so it's probably a place for airships to pick up and land. And there are a couple towards the back of the area that are anchored onto the ground. And curiously, as you look at them, you notice that the airships seem to be a combination of shaped wood that elves prefer to use, but also combined with just carved bits of rock and stone that appear to be the same kind of stone that the island you're standing on is made of. And when I say anchored, I do mean that it is hovering a bit off the ground with a large iron device keeping it from floating away.
I'll look around to see if there's anybody who looks like it's their job to keep track of where the islands are and how, and like where, if they're planning on sinking or what have you.
Well, you don't see anyone standing out in the field, but after you knock on the door and open it, you see that inside the shack, the walls are basically papered with a bunch of maps of the surrounding area, various islands, along with little notations written in Elvish about their velocity and direction of movement. And on one of the walls is just this big slate board with chalked locations of islands and their directions written on it. And just looking at the dust piled underneath the slate, it appears like it gets a lot of changes. Aside from that, there is also a small table in the center of the room. Another map is on that. And a couple of elves are sitting nearby having a quiet meal.
I will say to them in Elvish, because I fuck Elvish. I rarely get to, like, we rarely ever get to bring up the fact that different languages exist in this game. I'll go, Hi, I'm sorry to interrupt your meal, but can I talk to you guys about something in particular?
Is swallowing, says, sure. So, are you here to look for a good new island to settle?
No, we're actually looking for... Let me try that again. No, I'm actually
An island not to settle.
we're actually looking for one that fairly recently sank. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, fairly recently sank. Well, there's islands rising and falling out all the time. Honestly, the ones that are sinking are not very good for long-term habitation.
Yeah, we're not gonna be there for the long term. We're just going there to find something, leave as soon as possible. But in order to get there, we need to know where it went.
Alf shrugs. Sorry, but you're not giving us enough details.
I will proceed to explain. Okay.
Okay, it would have had to recently have been like
Yeah.
high enough up that it would get light that
Yeah.
would allow grass to grow there, but has now sank far enough that it is like almost pitch black.
Yeah. I'll
So
explain that.
probably on the more dramatic side.
I'm sorry that I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired. I had to get up earlier today, so I'm not 100% into it. But yes, I will explain about how it used to have it's been recent enough that it had grass, but it is now almost pitch black in terms of sunlight.
I mean, Kay and I had anesthesia earlier today, and I'm feeling great.
Well, there is that one that that was quite dramatic, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one was crazy. Had to move fast and evacuate people off the island. Where did we put them? C-863. I think they're going to name it New Home again. Oh, it's always something like that for them, isn't it? Humans have no imagination. Oh, no offense.
I mean, none taken. I'm the only part human.
Oh.
You're like
Good for you.
90% human.
Oh, well, good for you. Anyway, I suppose someone might have left something behind on that island. Yeah, and are you here looking to clean up something that they might have dropped on its way down? I mean, it was pretty sudden. I mean, when did it start falling? 2 months back? Not quite 2 months, even. And yeah, it just fell like a stone, pretty much.
How long ago did the race start, Bobbin?
Between 1 and 2 months.
Okay. I'm like, huh. Does that happen often? Like, I know you're saying it's weird, but like, how often does something like that happen?
Well, usually it happens because another island came up, smashed it, and gave it a new trajectory, but it's not unheard of for that to just happen on its own. All kinds.
Put out there.
All kinds of crazy stuff can happen out here in the air.
Right?
Fair.
That's fair. So they gave me a location of where the people have been. But do they know like straight out where the island is now, or are we gonna have to like go there and ask the inhabitants?
Oh. Well, if assuming its trajectory hasn't changed yet again, then it would just follow its last velocity Let me get the last month's charts out. I'll plot it out for you. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Thanks.
And that does take a good half an hour overall. First to find the correct chart, then to compare it against the current maps, and calculate the direction and rate of descent that it must have gone through since the last time anyone visited the island. But in the end, you get a fairly accurate location, and it does provide coordinates relative to the island that you're currently on.
Okay.
And so while it may take a little searching on your part in order to figure out just where it is exactly, especially once you get below the sunlight line, you figure you should have no trouble getting there directly.
How much do I owe them for their... Because these guys did do a service.
Oh, no.
Sure.
No need for that. We get paid by the city.
You should buy them some liquor.
Alright. Fair enough. I just... making sure. Alright. Well, thank you for all of your help. You've really been fantastic. Thank you.
Well, no problem there.
I will...
Person who is only partly human.
I will... I'll shake their hands if that's a thing on this planet, and then go meet up with the rest. And I'm like, spent half an hour choosing a hat.
Well, no, of course not. Half of that was modeling the hat in various poses.
Oh my god!
Hey, like check these out. And Lily just shows like the tools.
Okay. So apparently I was the only one doing anything productive, which is weird.
These are incredible
I'm usually
tools.
the only one doing anything productive. You can handle it for 5 minutes.
These are incredible tools, and how dare you insult this craftsmanship?
Anyway, I got the location.
It's important to my fucking job, so eat me.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, mine's not important to my
At least
job.
I wasn't
I
buying
start
that
heading
next-
towards the ship. If they want to join me, they can join me.
At least it wasn't a fucking knick-knack this time, I guess.
All right, so are we gonna go speak to the? I assume we're gonna speak to the people who used to live on the island first.
Why? We won't have to. If we're just gonna go straight towards the island, then
Do we know the
Okay,
size of the
so-
island?
So I mean,
Yeah, do we know the
information
size of the island? Yeah.
not useful to you, like knowing more about what we're walking into. You don't think there's any utility in that?
I mean,
Well, from what you heard from the surveyors, the people were evacuated from the island because it was falling and not because there was any particular danger on the island that was affecting or attacking them.
Sure.
And so whatever sort of creature walking around absorbing light down there is, it probably arrived after they left.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I have no doubt of that. But like I still think it's worth talking to them. I don't know. I mean, do you guys disagree? Then we don't have to. But I wouldn't mind asking them a few questions about it.
Once again, do we know the size of this island? Because that would be very important. Because they said islands can be as large as a continent.
You would have gotten that just from the survey maps, that this is a smaller island, really supported only just a relatively rural village.
Okay, well, we could ask them about
humans.
a race survey team that could have dropped by.
Well, I feel like the I don't remember what they're called, but the people who plant the flags are probably pretty good about covering their tracks. So I don't know how likely it is that
I mean, they
any of
don't.
them-
have they been? They never seemed like they needed to be.
You never actually, no one actually told you about the nitty-gritty of how the flags get planted.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit it was just kind of an assumption on my part, because it seems like it would be very silly if they, weren't able to hide that effectively. But, I mean, I guess I could be wrong. We could always ask. I mean, it doesn't hurt much.
I mean, if you really want to go, I don't really see that much point in going to talk to them, but if you want to go talk to them, you can go.
I mean, we certainly don't have to.
Also, keep in mind, again, I am kind of tired, so I'm not exactly thinking particularly straight, so who knows?
And it wouldn't help to at least get lay of the land, if nothing else.
Yeah, that sounds like 2 votes. Go talk to the village. So let's go talk to the village.
The evacuees.
I can handle this in a basically montage mode.
Sure.
Okay.
Which is that you go to the new village, you see that aside from a few temporary shelters, they're still in the process of building the main homes of a new village. The locals there speak a distinctive dialect of Common, one that's somewhat hard for you to understand, but after some discussion, you're able to sort of pick up on the differences. And what they tell you is that a tall blue man visited their village close to 2 months ago. Told them that they would be hosting one of the flags for the big race. Planted it near the center of town, and then teleported away. Soon after that, during the night, they felt a huge vibration rumble. Nobody saw the island that hit their island, but they did notice that it started descending very quickly after that, and so they sent their own airships out for help, got themselves evacuated, brought most or everything that they could with them. And over the course of the last couple of weeks, they've been preparing this new island for the habitation.
All right. Well, that does actually help us a bit.
Yeah, so we've got the location of the village.
Yeah.
Just to make our lives easier.
Mm-hmm. So, you eventually descend down through layers of clouds. The sunlight becomes dark and gray, and then steel, and then twilight, and then finally nothing at all. The only reason any of you can see is because you can see in pure darkness. It is not long after you reach that layer of the planet that you eventually come across the island in question. You have also noted that the farther down you go, the less dense the islands seem to be. And at the same time, the atmosphere has grown thicker. It is harder to breathe in and out. Not just from the weight of the atmosphere above you, but also from the moisture in the air. Further down you go, the more humid and moist the world around you seems to become. You are not just descending through layers of clouds. You are descending into what is nothing but cloud. And down here, that's not quite as pleasant as it is when you're skipping along through the surface layers.
Gross.
This sucks. It sucks ass.
Mm-hmm. You note the island in question because as it just sort of rears up in the atmosphere ahead of you, you can see faintly the outlines of buildings and architecture and fields with squared off edges.
Disgustingly humid, like a normal East Coast summer. Look, I'm just lucky if it goes down to like 70% or lower humidity.
Especially around summer, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fucking gross as shit. I hate it.
I hear that.
It's great when you can go outside and just feel the air stick to your skin.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like wading through gelatin.
Yeah, and in this case, the air is cold as well.
Ooh.
Ooh, that actually is probably a lot more
Sounds-
pleasant than what we're
Yeah.
dealing with right now.
Well, it means that basically as you fly down, condensation beads on your skin without you having to sweat a single drop. And as you land just outside of the village, you can see movement. The same sort of movement that you, Lake, saw through your crystal ball. And now that you're here, now that you're on the ground, you can tell this thing is a lot taller than any human. And as a matter of
Maybe
fact,
it's friendly.
it is one with a darkness around it,
When have you ever
absorbing
been the
it.
optimistic one?
Radiating it, darkening the world around it.
Crap.
Hey, maybe my devil sight will finally come in handy.
As it stomps constantly around the well.
Yeah, why Orcus gotta be a dick?
I fucking roll Arcana to see if I know what the hell that thing is.
Yes, I will also accept religion.
Okay, so
Yeah, and then roll for Grenache.
18, yeah, and then I will roll for.
Because I am not trained in either, so fuck it.
Dang, he has a plus 11 in religion. And he still only got a 13.
Even when he's not here, he's rolling like shit.
There we are.
Ooh, this looks fancy.
All right. With an 18, you don't know its name. You don't know exactly what it does. But you can tell that this thing has come straight from the negative energy plane. And it is made of the purest unlife that you could ever come across.
Cool and good. I'm loving it.
Sounds like a good time to me.
It's hey, remember that comment about how it might be friendly? I say to Aurelia, and then without saying anything, I just start shaking my head.
Damn. Oh well. I mean, technically it could be. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
why don't
maybe
you let it hug you?
this is the Drizzt of the negative energy plane.
Yeah, see, I would still want to kill it then.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look, why don't you go hug it and test it out?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, look, I'm not dumb. I'm just saying, you know.
All right. So I'm assuming we're gonna have to kill this fucking thing. So I would like to Hulk out right before combat starts. When we decide combat starts.
All right. Well, I brought the tracker out, so just start rolling initiative whenever you feel like
Okay,
it.
let me just add Hulk out.
Yeah, I guess I'll do another
Fuck me.
level 2
Also, yeah, I'll fucking
armor Magus or whatever.
mirror image. That's it.
Let me roll initiative twice. And wow, okay. Either way, I rolled like crap. So, let me roll for Grenache.
Great.
You know, this sucks real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Negative energy plane, huh?
What's that?
Okay, so what if... Wait, if it's from the negative energy plane, does that mean that healing magic will hurt it?
No, they took that out of 5th edition.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wow, lame.
Cowards that they are.
Robin, you might want to reorganize the turn order because Lake's initiative turned to 9 for whatever reason, but it was actually 8.
Lake's initiative is 8 in there.
Well, I changed it to 8 because it was reading as 9 earlier for whatever reason.
Because you rolled initiative.
Oh
Yeah, you rolled a 9 for initiative.
I rolled a 9 for initiative for
initiative.
Grenache. I meant to roll that for Grenache. I forgot to select.
Okay.
Alright, well.
Sucks ass.
Mm-hmm.
And Aurelia, you, whether or not you are mounted on your griffin right now is up to you.
Oh, yes, please, then.
All right, move your pog accordingly.
Oh no. The layers.
No sooner seen than fixed. All right, let's see here. Silky stat block. All right, she is going to start out by attacking the darkness being and declare it her sworn enemy.
Honey, you say everything is your sworn enemy.
You say I have anger issues.
I will also mention that this thing is definitely undead and definitely not from this plane of existence. You wouldn't have even needed to roll to get that information.
Yeah.
Man, Orcus really knows how to pick them.
But let's see here.
I mean, I assume he just picks them by like pointing at the undead ones and being like, "Yeah, that's mine."
Both of those are easy hits. Your weapon does 1d8 plus 5 plus 3d6 for being the sworn enemy. It's magic. And so we just do this damage twice. Oh.
Oh.
38. Took a chunk out.
Oh, that's 38 damage. Okay, this thing doesn't seem that tough. I
And
say
then
before
she-
something happens that murders me.
Runs around the corner and hides as a bonus action. Stealth is 10.
Oh,
That'll
wait,
do.
Spirit.
Only 10? Oh. Pathetic.
Please don't
Taking a
call
look
her
at
pathetic.
Pranash's
That's very
spell
rude.
list, I think he would have cast Spirit Guardians before the combat started.
Fair enough.
Let me see what the range on that is real quick. "15-foot radius," so right.
Alright, so she goes, then it goes. And let's see here. Seeing movement, someone hitting it. He's going to move to this square.
That's a lot of darkness that's coming
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, and I don't like it. Well, I actually don't think it matters to me. I still don't like it.
It's like 40-ish feet, 35 to 40 feet.
It is a 30-foot radius, but it starts at the edge of.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And you are the brightest light at this point, Lake.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right.
The price you fucking pay for all your health rolls.
And
Even-
so it points at you. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I was about to say, keep in mind anything that it does has disadvantage on me. Wisdom saving throw. Also, yes, I am proficient in wisdom saving throws, actually. 19? Not
You
bad.
failed.
Let me try that again then, actually. Wait, no, you already gave the results, so I can't.
Pronouncement, yes.
Yep, so.
All right. You take 16 necrotic damage, halved to 8 for
Okay.
being a Asimar. And you are also frightened until the end of his next turn. And while you are frightened, you are also paralyzed.
Paralyzed means we're looking that up right now, so.
No movement, no actions.
No actions? Oh.
Paralysis, yeah. It's like Hold Person as a paralysis spell. Lily.
This is great because I can't aim directly at it, can I?
Why not?
Can I see through the darkness?
Yeah, that's... Everything
Okay.
is dark, but it's not like...
Okay, yeah, so I couldn't tell what kind of dark we were talking.
Paralysis
All
doesn't
right.
say that I can't use actions.
You were incapacitated.
Yeah, incapacitated means no.
You
Okay.
can't take actions or reactions.
Oh, okay.
I have it right here in front of me. I looked it up just in case.
Yeah, I have it on my sheet. It's very convenient.
Oh, okay.
Also, all attack rolls against you have advantage.
Yeah. So they're just neutral for me.
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is with... Jesus.
Yeah.
At least you're not that close.
Yeah.
Yet.
Okay, so where's something I can get behind? Because I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at with the terrain here.
Well, there is a small pond to your up and right that you could potentially use the sides of for cover. there's a bunch of bushes and a couple of buildings that you could dive into through the door or through the windows along the side.
Yeah, I could just chill behind the building in the bushes. Yeah, I'll just do that. This is my home now. And with that, we'll stealth. It's normal stealth, not with advantage. Okay, that's completely incorrect. That is a 28.
All right. It's not really that perceptive.
Doesn't need to be. That's why. And then, do I want to take the risk?
It's pretty big. It's
Yeah, you
probably
know,
pretty easy to hit.
for laughs, let's shave 5 off of this. That's a 20. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Like Colin said, it is actually relatively easy to hit.
2d.
It's not like ooze easy where it's negative below 10.
Plus 10.
But yeah, for its challenge rating, hitting it is not the problem.
I actually don't know what this monster is, and I'm wondering if it's just a weird, obscure thing from Spelljammer.
Not Spelljammer.
Planescape, then. Got it.
It does have 5th edition stat blocks.
Oh.
Ooh, fancy. Let's see, 17. Yeah, so that'd be 90. No, okay, that's 86. I'm good at reading my numbers. 8d. You know what? Let's just include. Fucking pissed I have to deal with this bullshit and deal with Orcus's bullshit all the goddamn time, and I just want to get this race done and get out of here. So, enjoy a 76.
Ooh, 76. It's closer to half health than it was.
Yeah.
Aurelia.
All right. So is it about as tall as it is wide?
It is taller.
Taller, okay. Like
It is not a
20 feet.
cube, it is a rectangular
more.
prism.
It is exceptionally tall.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out exactly how high up in the air I would have to go to like be completely away from its sphere of darkness. But I mean, maybe that would be overkill. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Man, it's 2 fights in a row where we're up against like some big thing that probably can save pretty well against a lot of my shit. Sorry, I'm just. How much damage have we done to it?
Let's see, 76 plus 38.
This is probably not below 150 HP.
Probably not. What are you thinking power work's done?
I could try polymorphing it just to see what happens. I could also just throw a fireball at it and see if that works. I mean,
Yeah?
it's got a good range, so I could get pretty far away from it. All right.
Yep.
I'm currently really far away from it, and I'm just gonna fly up in the air. Let's say like 50-ish feet. Should still be able to hit it with a fireball.
Does the Griffin's speed give you that much range?
I think so. Let me check. Sorry. Yeah, its fly speed is 80 feet. So.
All right, 50 feet up, maybe a little bit sideways.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, fireball's range is 150, so no problem there.
Yeah, all right. So I'll just do a third level fireball.
All right, basic fireball.
So, I mean, let's see how good it is at dodging, I guess.
I mean, it's fairly big. I don't know.
Not the worst roll.
Not the best.
Fairly average.
Yes, actually,
I mean,
it's pretty average. A little bit above.
Very slightly above average.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't actually move quickly so much as it just sort of flickers in and out of existence, just in time to avoid most of the flames. And as for the rest of the flames, they appear to get sort of absorbed into the darkness rather than damaging it.
Oh.
Oh. Immunity to fire.
So
Well,
it doesn't look like it took any damage.
It did take damage.
Okay.
But let's see.
So resistant maybe to fire.
14, 7. It took 7 damage.
Okay.
Fire.
Well,
Not very effective.
that's why we do the yeah. That's why we do the third level spell first, to not waste something better.
Grunash.
Okay, Grunash is going to summon spiritual weapon right here as a bonus. And then
And it gets to make its first attack automatically.
oh yes, that's right. That's right.
I love that beautiful sword you drew.
Thank you.
I do have a thing for that, remember.
Yeah, please place the much nicer one. I don't want to look at this creature.
It's just two lines. Oh dang! Does Grunash crit on a 19 to 20? No. It's his crit damage does extra dice. That's
Oh shoot! Can I say I put my hex mages or hex blades thing on it as well, please? I forgot about that, but with my bonus action.
What is the range on that?
Oh wow! No, never mind. It's within 30 feet. Okay, no, I can't do that. My
All right,
apologies.
All right.
I thought it was just any range that I could see.
So it takes 11 force damage,
Right.
and then Grunash casts Lesser Restoration on Lake to get rid of that paralysis.
You can't.
Or not.
2-leveled spells.
Oh, I thought. Okay, no. Then, in that case, give the 11 hit points back, and take away the spiritual weapon. Because I messed up. I thought that it I for some reason thought spiritual weapon was the cantrip. In that case, let me see if there's anything on his spell list that is a cantrip that is also a bonus action. I doubt it, but never.
There really aren't any.
Yeah.
Sort of a sorcerer thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Only,
All right.
only a thing with a very specific meta magic feat.
All right then. Well then, in that case, all he does is heal up for lesser restoration, so that way I can actually not sit out the entire combat because my garbage.
Well, it's only one turn.
Okay.
And anyway, do you want him to use any of his monk abilities that do use bonus actions?
Yeah. What's that defensive thing that makes all attacks against him in disadvantage?
Patient defense.
Yes, I'll do that.
All right, mark off one of his key points.
I think this is his spell, so I should mark 2 of those off, and this is... I think. So, right.
All right, then, Lake.
Well, I'm just gonna fucking blast it from here. Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Let me... Wait, first hex, the hex. Let me do the bonus action as to hex it. And then I will blast it.
I believe it's a bit out of range if you're standing there.
Then I'll just move here.
All right.
And then move back. I still have movement left. Find the right tab. So... Alright, I'm assuming all 4 of those hit.
Yeah. Like I said, hitting is not the problem with this guy.
Turns out he can hit the broadside of a barn. So 4d10 plus 4d6 plus 24 plus 17 radiant. So 73, 17 of which is radiant. I hope that actually is doubled because the guy is made out of negative 3.
Let's see. You know, some creatures are vulnerable, or some undead creatures are vulnerable to radiant energy. Just usually not the big ones.
Damn it! Oh well.
All right. And at this point, Lily, you hear a tremendous roar coming from the building next to you. And the
Son of a
just
bitch!
smashes open.
Oh shit!
What the fuck?
It's a shadow dragon. What the,
Motherfucker!
what
I
the
knew this was
fuck?
too easy.
As what seems to be nothing less than a dragon infused with negative energy bursts through the building.
Okay, so this will make dragon number 3 we've killed.
Would it be 4 actually?
Would it be 4?
Wait. Okay,
Yeah, there was
red
the young-
dragon,
the
the
young
silver
dragon. There was also the Draco Lich.
The
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Draco Lich. Okay,
what
yes.
was the 4th one?
The
This is
silver.
the 4th one.
This
This
the
is
fourth
what?
one, yeah.
Oh, this is the 4. Oh, I see. Yes.
I forgot about the Draco Lich. That was the one I was forgetting.
Lily, at least, is visible. Because you
Yes,
hit and
sucks.
fired. And let's see here.
Man, look at that fucking cone. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Everyone on the ground, so aside from Aurelia, must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, dexterity is actually something I'm garbage at.
I believe in you.
Did I get a thing? Proficient?
Well, this one on the board is for...
18's
She gets
about
plus
as
10.
19's about as good as I'm going to get, so I'm not going to lucky that.
I'm glad I rolled dog shit.
Hold on one second. I'm rolling for Ganesh real quick. Second.
All right, the number you need to beat is 21.
Oh, well, okay. Ganesh might actually beat that. No, he rolls normally. Proficient, yes.
Wah wah. You guys need to roll more like enemies when I target them.
All right, and this is
Also, I will use my reaction to cut that to a 4th.
Doesn't
that's fair.
doesn't Grenache automatically take half damage?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
he also
Yep.
has evasion, so he does take half of that automatically.
26.
And Lily spends her reaction in order to take 1/4 of that, which is 20. 27 becomes 13. 13 damage is 1/4.
Oh, it's 27.
And Lake.
Okay.
Lake takes half.
Yep.
Because it is necrotic energy.
I was just about to ask what kind of energy. So thank you.
And Silky takes all of it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh no.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh,
Oof,
let me start
big
researching.
fucking oof.
Let me start looking into healing spells that Grenache has.
Yeah. Well, time to murder that dragon.
Yeah. Can we please concentrate on the big thing that we've almost nearly killed first? Action economy and all that.
Silky has to concentrate on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because she made it her sworn enemy.
Also, I know what.
She's
the
probably
thing
regretting
is.
that right now, considering
gonna
her
say-
love of killing dragons.
I know what the big thing is. I'm not going
Ooh.
to say what it is, though.
I have mass cure wounds. He has mass cure wounds from
Yeah.
the spear. Okay.
I mean, that image is a reference to a movie rather than the books directly.
Oh, speaking of
Yeah.
big.
I did some digging because I was curious and I figured it out.
Speaking of big monsters with weird things on its back, in movies, did you see that Godzilla got Japanese citizenship?
I'm so proud.
All right. So now, the shadows start crawling out of the walls.
Oh no.
Son of a fuck.
And
Wait, we know where the flag is, right?
yes, you do.
It's in the well. We
in the
could
well.
just get the flag and leave.
Yes, you could.
Good. But that big thing is still stomping there, and the dragon is just between us and it.
Well, no, I mean, I can get the flag very easily. I think. Well, I mean, okay, very easily might be overstating it a little bit, but I can fly overhead and use telekinesis. It's just a matter of, do we want to do that, or do we want to fight here?
Shadows turns. And they both surprise Lily and get advantage on their attacks, but then they also have a +4 to hit.
Mm-hmm. They also
I'm
have to
not
get
kidding.
through my mirror image.
Oh,
Oh, well.
well,
Jesus Christ.
one of them got a natural 20. So yeah, roll your mirror image.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember the numbers on it because it's actually been a while since I used this.
So 1 in 400 right there, wow.
Okay, let's see. I need to roll a d20. Okay.
Well, technically any two.
It's over 6, so yeah, they hit a mirror image.
Well,
All
yes,
right.
Bobbin, but you know what I mean.
It hits your mirror image squarely in the side of the head
What the fuck? Rude.
and dissolves it.
Super rude.
All right, now that it's gotten a bit closer, Stilky will advance into the zone here.
In the zone.
I love Stalker.
She will use Slayer's Prey as a bonus action on the darkness
The darkness.
and make her first attack with advantage because she is coming out of hiding.
Hot damn.
All right. 2 hits. 4 d8 plus 5 plus 4 d6 damage. Twice. There we go. That's 53. But before it does, the dragon uses a legendary action.
Oh god damn it, this thing has legendary actions.
Yeah.
It's a fucking dragon.
It's a dragon. Why wouldn't it?
Actually, it's a little bit too far away to use a legendary action.
Can't legendary actions just be move?
If it's on the list.
Oh.
But it's not on this list.
Also, I feel mentioning that if it's the thing, the big monster is what I think it is. It has a somewhat unfortunate name.
Well,
Billy,
it
the big wet
goes-
Billy. He's gonna go clearly.
That's the wrong die. Alright, it does not recharge the Finger of Death.
Okay, it is what I think it is.
Death? A spell?
We'll advance forward here.
Ass. Grade A motherfucker.
Okay, I'm still outside that aura though, right?
Barely. Like I said, it is very tall, so even at 50 feet, it might still reach.
Everybody in the aura is going to be less than
Yeah.
half A.
Yes. This is true.
Alright, well, okay.
But until then, it sees Silky as its best target. And so it will point at it twice.
No.
Ouch.
And-
Oof.
Twice.
Hold on. I want to use a thingamajig.
The bardic reaction thing.
Yeah, cutting words on the 22, I suppose, if they both hit.
Yeah.
That's up to a D12 now.
Yep. Oh god!
Oh,
Is that good enough?
That, for the 22, is good enough.
Oh, thank god.
Her armor class is 20.
Oh my god.
So she only takes one of these.
which is good because it's 3d6 plus 5d12 plus.
Oh my god.
Don't worry.
5d6. 5d8 plus 6 for 22 damage.
And that was a pretty bad roll.
Mm-hmm.
And she makes a Constitution saving throw. Constitution's just a +2. And fails. Her hit point maximum has gone down by 22.
Jesus.
Until when?
Long rest, probably.
Long rest. That's how basically level drain works in 5th edition.
Okay. Fair enough. Yikes.
Lily.
Let's kill that thing, please.
I'm
Also,
working
where does
on
health
it.
bar go?
Make
Underneath.
a Constitution saving throw, Lily.
Yup, this is what I was waiting for.
Oh no.
This dude's a motherfucker.
Oh, that is an unfortunate name.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunately not the name.
He's
I'm sorry,
Wow,
what you're
you
cutting
broke
up.
up a lot.
You succeed.
Yeah, yeah.
No damage. It's your turn.
Oh, Christ, this sucks
Please
ass.
kill it.
Yeah, I can't really do that from where I am. So this house is completely in shambles, right?
Yeah, and the shadows just mostly the front of the house is in shambles. The side that the shadows crawled out of has a couple of windows that they moved through.
Okay. Hypothetically speaking, could I hide in these bushes? Wow, you can't see my thing because it's black.
I can see it.
I
Oh,
would say that if you made a beeline there, that is a lot of rough terrain to run through.
I ignore that, remember?
Huh. Well, there
Also,
you
I
go.
could just use Misty Step to get over there.
Well, you could use Misty Step and then run 30 feet and get even further away. The shadow in the
Yeah.
corner there is the initiative tracker.
Yeah, that's what I was... Oh, it is? Okay.
Put over there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a way that I could actually hide and do damage, but there's no elegant way to do that. So I think I'll just hide instead. Yeah. So I could hide, like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at over here.
Those are just a couple of backyard crops.
Okay.
Not much cover there.
Could hide over behind this log, though, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
The
I'm sorry.
shrubs side there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do with my turn, is just hide. Because there's not really much I can do otherwise. I can't just hide and attack, and my damage isn't really as impressive without my sneak attack bonus. So yeah, I think I'll just hide in the bush over here. Burning a spell slot on a Misty Step and running the rest of the way. And then I'll stealth with my action.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Yep.
I think you're good.
I'm pretty sure you're good.
Turns out Lily was the creature of shadow.
Look, it's all about technique.
Aurelia,
God, I fucking...
No, just finish your thing.
I was just saying, God, I fucking love Misty Step.
Aurelia, before you act this turn, you are aware of a new bit of knowledge that has just come into your head. An awareness of a new button that for some reason you had never noticed before on your rod.
Oh, god damn it. I mean, in a good way.
New button.
You are aware that pressing that button will do positive things for this fight. Very positive, in fact. And you can choose to do so, or you can choose to ignore it. Pressing the button will require an action.
Oh, full action? Okay.
A regular action, yep. And if you destroy all the shadows that infest this place, that button will remain on the rod in the future.
Deal.
You gotta touch the button, yeah.
I mean, assuming it's something good,
Touch
but...
the
the
temptation.
button.
Touch the motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
button.
so what I do want to do, before touching the button, I mean, I don't know if this is strictly correct.
You will need to get closer to the enemies for it to work.
You mean before I press it, or after I press it? Or is that knowledge not imparted to me?
Either way will probably work.
I love literally.
Oh, right.
And the Griffin has enough speed that you could just sort of dive in and then fly to the other side.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I mean, this rod is just a constant Deus Ex Machina, and I
It's great.
really enjoy it. It's pretty good.
So stupid.
Yeah, okay. I push the button.
Immediately?
I mean, let's say I start swooping in dramatically and push the button as I penetrate the sphere of dark evil bullshit.
The gross aura.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the button's going to do. I assume it probably has something to do with like positive energy or something that these things are weak to, hopefully, but Yeah, that's my best guess for the best way to use the button without any further information. So
You press the button, and a thin beam of light shoots up and out the end of the rod at an angle. It fires up out into the sky, and you hear a distant rumble as the area around you starts to get brighter and brighter. As the clouds, you can finally start to see them part, one set after another, allowing a single bright beam of sunlight to strike you in a radius.
So, like, as I'm swooping in, I guess.
Congrats
He
on you.
follows me. It's so cool.
So stupid. I love it.
Okay, so can I try to, like, position myself above it to some extent? Like, out. I mean, well, I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily need to be outside. Maybe I do need to be outside of the aura. Does it feel like it's sort of dispelling the aura?
It is not dispelling its aura, but it is bringing light to the area surrounding you, as just sort of the beam moves around with you, just carving this light into an otherwise darkened landscape.
All right. I guess I'm just trying to figure out if I should stay inside the aura or if I should try to be, like, above the aura.
Well, its aura won't affect you unless you start your turn within it.
Right.
That's how
Okay.
that works.
Okay, so I'll just make sure to end my movement above its aura so it can't get to me.
Mm-hmm. And
All
as
right.
you approach the Night Walker, and the light strikes it, it has to make a saving throw.
Fail hard, please.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
It has a
That
negative
seems bad.
modifier.
Okay.
So roll 12d6.
That's a lot of D6. I like that. I like the sound of that.
do like the sound of that.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good, actually. And do you continue moving? Which direction do you continue moving through?
Yeah. I will, I'll try to continue moving, like, above it or whatever, or maybe around it, so I can hit the other ones with the light. And then I'll try to sort of swoop up out of the aura.
All right. Well, let's see. This guy has 20 hit points, and shadows are vulnerable to radiant damage. So, not gonna bother rolling any of that.
Cool.
Dragon, on the other hand. Let's see, that's the wrong book. Ah, here we are. Dragon actually has a decent bonus to this roll. Not decent enough, so instead it spends a legendary resistance
Lame.
and saves for half.
Alright. And then I'll, like, finish off here, but maybe higher up, or... I'm not sure.
Oh, it still might hit you, but
Oh, okay.
on the other hand, the Nightwalker is almost dead.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's going to die before my next turn anyway, so...
Nice job, Bobbin. Nice.
Grenache
Needs to
must make
Constitute.
a Constitution saving throw. Beat a 21.
Yo.
Tasty.
Takes 17 damage. Necrotic. And the Nightwalker, if it attacks him, will get advantage.
Grenache is gonna move her.
Not gonna fight it?
No, because our party is really hurting right now, especially Silky, and I need to be within 30 feet of everybody.
Okay, but it's almost dead.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yes. Let's fight it instead. Right. So, stab it with a spear. Fine.
So wait, what's unfortunate about the name Nightwalker?
It's a colloquial term for a prostitute who walks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Streetwalker would be like a more common one, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Streetwalker I'm familiar with. I'd never heard Nightwalker before.
Does
Fair
a
enough.
16 hit? I don't know.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. So in that case,
And incidentally, Nightwalker. This is the kind of creature I think of first when I hear that word, so it's fine for me.
Yeah, no, I ended up looking up, and it's neat. It's cool what it is.
11, 2 of which is lightning.
All right, so that's actually 10 damage, which is still enough.
Okay.
As Dash stabs Temper through the Nightwalker's leg, just the lightning just crackles along the surface of its skin.
I think we
And
can
as it
conclusively conclude it does not have gams.
And as it does so, it begins to dissipate from the leg up in towards the weakened body. And as the light just dissipates, it fades away, vanishes. Nothingness.
So getting within melee range of a dragon is probably a bad idea, but I think something happens if it enters Spirit Guardians. Yes. I might just move up a little bit. And when the creature enters the aura for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so just move up here. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw now. I'm trying to find the DC. Give me. Save DC is 19.
All right. 19 wisdom. Yeah, it succeeds.
Okay, well, I still think it takes half damage from this, so it takes 14 radiant damage, or 7 radiant damage. Case. Unless for some reason it also is just made out of pure shadow and. And then patient defense again.
Yeah, probably a good idea because he's now in range of the dragon's tail.
Yeah. Let me.
So it spends a legendary action in order to try and hit Grenache.
Trying to find a good thing. Guess that.
16.
16
That's a
misses.
miss.
I know without even needing to look at his character sheet. That's a miss.
And so Lake is up.
Well, it was good once. It's gonna be good again. So, does a 23 hit? Please say yes.
A 23 hits.
Okay.
Yes.
Natural 20. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And 32 definitely hits. All right, so I'm looking at. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but I forget that I have it. But bonus action before all that to bounce hex to this guy. So, 5d10 plus 5d6 plus 24 plus 17. 91 damage, 17 of which is radiant.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, and then Lake is going to use their move action to fly up 30 feet.
Oh, and the dragon slaps its tail again and gets a natural 1. But then it actually gets to take its turn.
Yep. And it needs to make another wisdom saving throw because it's starting its turn in the radiant aura. Let me roll.
That is a failure.
Oh.
So it will actually succeed.
If the dice roll would ever go through. 15 radiant damage.
It is going to bound its way to be adjacent to 2 characters, smashing the building even further to splinters.
Rude.
And at this point, it will use its multi-attack. Oh, let me just check first.
Are we done with shadows or...
Oh, yeah, I got its breath weapon back, but it's still going to use its multi-attack instead. Because number 1 is Frightful Presence. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw. Everyone.
Okay. So what kind of saving throw?
Wisdom.
Does this count as magic?
Frightful Presence. It is not a magical effect. It is just that frightening.
And it's also not a charm effect.
Fair.
I'm assuming.
No, it's a
a
fear effect.
Yeah, it's a fear.
Yeah, it's a fear effect.
Yep.
But it's not a magical fear effect. It's just actual instinctive fear.
Blake got a 16, and I'm rolling for Grunesh right now, so give me a second.
See, there's a reason I invested so heavily in resistances.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
geez.
Monks don't have proficiency in wisdom saving throws? That's weird.
They eventually get proficiency in everything
Okay.
for saving throws, but yeah, to start out with, no. They're a little more martial.
Well, Grunesh got a natural 20.
Then he's fine. And Lily is fine.
That's it. There's a reason I invested so heavily in resistances.
I'm very scared.
But yes, Aurelia is scared. I imagine the Griffin is probably scared.
Oh, I didn't roll for the Griffin. I guess I can. He does have his own
Stat block.
stat block.
Yeah. Lake is scared.
I've even denoted it.
And Silky gets a +3 bonus. And advantage because this thing, despite coming from the plane of shadow, is still enough of a dragon to count as her favorite enemy. Twelve.
Yeah, the Griffin's also scared.
All right. right. Grenache seems like a bit more of a tough opponent, seeing as it's tested out his defenses with its tail. So the dragon is going to attack Silky with 1 bite and 2 claws.
Oof. Oof.
Oofa. And may I dare say, doofa.
Big oof.
That's a match, but you've got your reaction back.
Yeah.
This is the bite attack.
Okay, well, yes, then I will stop that from hitting since it's automatic, basically.
All right, mark off a use, and I will continue.
Oof. Well, I wasn't stopping those. Probably.
You could have stopped one of them,
Yeah, technically,
In
but
theory, yes.
in theory. But yes, that is 2 claw attacks for...
oh no.
She's still standing.
Yeah, Grenache is
Oh,
gonna
that was
be-
for both. Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry. I thought that
Grenache-
was one. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Grenache is gonna be healing soon. You
I
know,
mean,
assuming
I might heal
shadows.
her at this rate.
I mean, assuming shadows don't like jump out and fucking gank her.
I mean,
Let's see here. How fast do they go? Not quite that fast. All right, so shadows emerge out of the next building over and run through the run down the street. How far up is Aurelia at this point?
I
50
think she's
feet.
still 50 feet up. I didn't say she was anything else, so yeah.
All right, and so the shadows do run underneath your aura,
Fair enough. I'll get him on my turn.
but they do run into Grenache's aura.
Oh, okay. 13?
All right, and don't have any bonuses, so they all take the full damage. One of them survives.
The pluckiest little shadow.
I can
Toughest
do it
little-
all on my own.
Toughest little shadow. All right, well, she's gonna go for it. This is her thing.
Yeah,
Fighting a dragon
Yeah.
head to head.
this is
Oh, God.
explicitly her thing.
Please be careful.
Fortunately, the Night Walker is dead, so she won't have double disadvantage. Just regular
Disadvantage
disadvantage from being frightened.
It's super scurry.
Do we get a save for that every turn at the end of our turn or something?
I believe that's how it works. At the end of each of its turns.
Oh, each
So,
of
yeah,
its
pretty
turns.
standard.
Okay.
The creature's turns. Your turns.
Oh, okay.
Nope, too scared.
Dang it.
Still too scared. And then it spends one of its legendary actions to beat its wings. So that's Grenache, Silky, and the Shadow. All have to make
Friendly
dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Shadow fails, as it must.
And Silky cannot catch a fucking break.
Yeah, I really don't feel like these shadows are contributing much. I want to give some feedback to the Nightwalker to go to stats.
22 for Grenache.
That succeeds on the dot.
Haha!
Just Aurelia grabs the shadow corpse and just says, I want to speak to your manager.
Shadow dissipates under the strength of the beating air. Silky. Advantage on this. And also succeeds.
Nice.
And it also gets some free movement from doing this, as it just sort of pops up into the air and then back down again. Which means it's going to land here. Now there...
Sorry?
Grenache can stop it with an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. Yes, let's try and stab it. That's the wrong character. Right, I don't think so.
That's a no.
I don't think so, Tim.
Alright, Silky is going to make her attack. And succeed.
Oh.
Nice.
Alright, she would have moved her Slayer's Prey over to this guy. Her great sword of sharpness damage for 15 automatically, plus 4, plus 1d6. Oh. For a total of 25 damage.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad for when it's not her turn anymore.
Yeah,
Really?
Jesus Christ, hi. Howdy. What the fuck?
You just pop out of the bushes and scream, "That's not that's my purse! I don't know you!"
Nah, it's
Well,
fine.
Yeah, just to remind you, you did get a natural 20 on your stealth check.
Exactly, you can't see me. I'm invisible.
You're
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a good spot I could potentially hide in and then fire and then hide again.
Well, you should probably fire first.
Yeah, I should.
And then there is a door here.
That house is pretty damn ruined.
I don't fucking trust that house anymore. That house has seen some shit.
That's true.
I'm just making sure of a bunch of other stuff too. Yeah, okay, fuck it. They'll shoot it in its guts for funsies. Let's see. With advantage. Trying to figure out if this lad has a lot of AC or not. This big dragon boy.
Like, it's kind of tough. It seems.
It has a decent amount, yeah.
I think
Okay,
the lowest things that have actually hit it is 22.
Yeah, but I won't risk it.
You do have advantage.
Should have risked it.
Should have risked it. Oh well.
Well, regardless. 2d10 plus 6 plus 8d6. right up in its guts.
What an incredibly average roll.
I know. And let's see. Once again, where did you say were good spots?
In the ruins of the building.
You're right. Okay.
You could get all the way past the building, considering there aren't any more shadows hiding.
Would I be able to go that far? I have to check. Not quite. I'll hide in the building. I'll chill out in the building. I say, a single tear rolling down my cheek. And then we stealth.
Alright, as you leave its bite range, it will attack you with an opportunity.
Yeah. I still have fucking mirror image up.
Yeah, well, it's gonna get... Is that gonna get tested?
Nope, that's not gonna hit.
Actually, it only has to beat your mirror image.
Yes, it only needs to be my ear. Yep.
Test the mirror image.
Let's roll d20. I'm trying to remember the specific.
I think it's 8 when there's 2 left.
Yeah, I think that's it. Oof. So it knocks out one. It knocks me, I should say. It hits me. My
it
face.
Hits you, but it does not hit you. Because you still have your armor class.
Yay.
So it's kind of funny that way.
It's weird, and I try not to think too hard about it. Okay, so regardless, stay off. That is incorrect. That's a 28.
All right. Good thing
Please don't hit the house.
Aurelia.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay, so, couple questions. First question, if I want to try to make it take damage from the aura again, is that an action? Like to keep it up or something?
It is not, but you have noticed that it does not take damage except for the first time it enters your aura.
Okay.
And so your aura will stay up, and any new creatures that enter it that aren't designated as friendly will be harmed by it. As for this dragon specifically, it has taken the damage and will no longer do so.
Fair enough. All right, that's reasonable. And all right, I also can't get closer to it. Although I did have a plan if I needed to get the aura closer to it, which was to use telekinesis. But that's fine. All right, I'm thinking, because I mean, well, I'm sure we'll finish it off either way, but I also don't think there's too much harm in using some spell slots at this point. Have we tried fire or psychic damage on it?
I have tried fire. Oh, I guess didn't. No, that's right. I was thinking.
That was the other thing, yeah. What about psychic? Has anyone used psychic damage on it?
I don't think we've used psychic or fire against.
Okay.
In general, the only things immune to psychic damage are things without a mind.
Right.
Like me.
Does this seem like it has a mind?
Like I said, it's enough of a dragon to trigger Silky's.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's try a Actually, can I even cast this at a higher level? No, I think Synaptic Static is just 5th level, no matter what.
You can always cast it out of a higher level slot. The question is whether or not it does extra.
Right, that's what I mean. I mean, I've got plenty of 5th level slots. I just wasn't sure if I could get it to do extra damage. I don't think I can. I'm going to try using Synaptic Static on it.
All right, that is an intelligence save?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's a 1.
Okay.
So it succeeds anyway.
God
Yeah,
damn it,
I,
Bobbin.
I saw that happening. To be fair, they only have a limited number of times they can do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it still takes.
Well, it
half
still takes half damage.
Yep. But you have run it down on its resources for that.
This is my house now. This is where I live. This is my home. So the giant gaping hole is to let in the breeze for more even airflow.
It's a sunroof, you see.
Exactly.
All right. And after your turn, it uses its last legendary action to slap Silky with its tail.
What the fuck?
God damn it.
What a rude boy.
And misses.
God, that dragon cannot roll shit for shit with the tail slap.
Doesn't it get advantage on its target if it's frightened?
If they're
I
frightened-
mean, not normally, I don't think, but unless it has
No,
a special ability.
No, it can't. So yeah, it rolled a natural 1. Grenache.
Okay, question. Do we want to heal Silky or do we want to try and kill the dragon?
Just kill the fucking dragon.
That's what
Yeah,
I thought.
you can probably kill the dragon.
Alright, so...
Action economy. Once the dragon's dead, we can heal Silky just
yeah,
fine.
yeah. So, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Also, if Grenache doesn't make it, you just can.
Yeah.
Succeeds.
Okay, so it takes half of that. And then, if I can click the right character, I can bring up the...
Use... Click.
Yep.
Ah.
So, that's a miss.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I hope a 30 hits.
Oh yeah.
So 8 plus 8 plus 6. 21 damage. 5 of which is electricity.
Also, I know what I want to do to this dragon once we
Alright.
kill it.
And then
Well,
You know
let me
what?
guess, the same thing you want to do to every dragon, Pinky.
Cut its head off, yeah!
Try to take over the world.
alright.
That's too much work.
And then
So, no. Grenache is on a roll.
okay.
He dissipated the Nightwalker with a single thrust of temper, and as the dragon flails its tail towards Silky, who is frightened but still fully in control, having dealt with dragons many times in the past, she sees Grenache running forward, spear up, raised for a strike downwards, and the very last second, she taunts it, so that its head snaps over towards her, creating the perfect opportunity for the spear tip to crush through the top of its skull
Oh, you're ruining the skull!
and slam the shadow dragon to the ground.
Don't ruin the skull.
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna have a physical
That's a
body much longer.
trophy. I'm sure it will.
And then it begins dissolving.
Son of a bitch! I wanted that head!
Staining the ground around it with a deeper darkness that seems to seep into the roots, into the soil, into the paving stones of the street.
Just
You're
wanted
not
its head.
exactly sure what it is, but the noxious scent it emits is clearly unhealthy. And you back slowly away as Silky says, "I've never seen one do that before."
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Look, I'm just saying, they say it's healthy to have hobbies, and my hobby is collecting dragon skulls.
Okay, I don't think that means that any hobby is healthy.
Oh, it's pretty healthy to me.
I go down the well.
Okay,
Do
well-
I see a fucking flag?
I mean, it's in the well, right? So
Yeah.
Yep, it is exactly where your spell showed you it to be. You do
Nice.
need to sort of climb down with your back braced against the side of the well in order to get deep enough to collect
Or
the
I
I can
cast
fly.
flag. For a minute, and about half of that is up.
Hey. I have fly. I'm pretty sure I still have fly. I'm 90% certain I still have
I
fly.
also have multiple ways of casting fly.
I have fly.
Okay.
I cast a spell just to collect the flag.
We're done. We're done here.
Yeah. On that note, I want to look around and make extra sure there are no hidden shades mucking about because I did get that sense that I need to get rid of all of them in order to keep my extra button.
I, on the other hand, am going to yell, "Eat my ass, Orcus," to the heavens.
Well, actually, as you just sort of fly close over the rooftops of the other buildings in town, you hear a series of shrieks as are struck by the beam of light and dissolve immediately.
You know, could I scoop up some of that dragon goop in a vial? You know, for later. It's
Oh
a
my
trophy.
God.
It's a trophy!
Don't drink the dragon juice.
I'm
okay?
not gonna drink the I still have fucking spores I can get high off at any point. I'm not gonna drink the dragon juice. No, it's to keep it as a trophy.
Can't believe Lily drinks dragon juice.
It's good for the soul.
I think this is actually very bad for the soul.
I mean, probably, yeah.
I'm pretty sure necrotic energy is extremely bad for the soul.
That's why I'm keeping it in a vial. And I might make a nicer glass encasement for it later. It's important to have hobbies. I'm taking some goop.
Oh, mark it down. Actually, just make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right, with the 24, you do not get any of it on your fingers as you scoop it up.
Exactly, I'm good at this.
All right. So, third flag down.
Yep.
And with Mynth not counting, that's only 3 more to go.
Yeah, halfway there. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
We haven't even been attacked by other racers yet.
I mean,
Also, I listed it as Shadow Dragon Goop, just saying.
technically we've been attacked by the Lich twice.
Not really.
Technically we've been attacked by the Lich twice.
Indirectly.
I mean, no,
Indirectly.
I disagree with that. I mean, yes, he's affiliated with the people who attacked us in some way, but to say that
Orcus
he
is
attacked
his
us, I
master.
think, gives him a little bit too much credit.
So I said indirectly.
No, I sort of disagree with.
Orcus is his master, it's fine.
No, I don't.
Well, not master,
We know that
but
Orcus is his master.
contractor, let's call it, yeah, sure.
We have a problem. The
Ah,
just claimed all the quitter flags. We'll have to go
Son of
through
a-
him to get one.
you know
Clean
what?
them all?
What a
I
dickhead.
can't wait to say hi to my good friend the Lich.
All right. Well, okay. Two
But
things.
that's how the session will end.
All right.
So we'll be following up on that revelation next time.
I need to get a nice glass encasement made for this goop.
I will say, I feel like there are two possible upsides to the Lich claiming all of the flags. One is if we defeat him and take all of the flags,
The elf will get him.
then no one else can win.
Yeah.
Which is good. Although it would also make us a target, which is bad. So, we could figure that out. But
Not if we just take them to Olgaroth.
I mean,
still be a target because they would know who got it.
Sure, but I mean, at the same time, that's not a 100% fail-proof. If they know that we have all the flags, then they literally have no recourse. Like hiding with Ulgaroth is not like, oh, it's completely invulnerable. No one could ever. At worst, like they could go through us, right?
If you got all of the flags and gave all of them for one planet and gave all of them to Ulgaroth, then that would encourage the other contestants to figure out where he is.
Exactly.
We could,
because right now, if it's too hard for them, they have an alternative, right? If we provide them with no alternative, that's dangerous for us.
I mean, we could
that
just
said,
take them all, keep one, and pawn the rest off.
The other upside to the Lich having all of the flags is it means we may be able to ally with someone
I want to say hi
take
to my
them
friend
from
the
him.
Lich.
Because everyone else will also be interested in taking on the Lich.
They say it's good to find a goal in your life to strive towards, a dream. And mine is to ruin his.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop the record.